So we jump forward to book two, and basically the beginning of the book, they start talking about, you know, we're already in like dire straits, dealing with no power and living in the dark ages. So a lot of it basically is about the heroes going out and trying to create peace throughout the world, because as everyone knows, whenever you have that dystopian future, you get the Mad Max thing going on, where you have all these crazy people running around, and people fighting.
Correctus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, one of the cool things that if they do is they bring in the X-Men, and they place them at all of these places around the world, and they're setting up all these communities. And so this is our first shot. We get a picture of May in what looks like her new costume that she has too, and it looks like Peter is training her to be a spider, more or less a Spider Woman.
Yeah.
So that's really cool, and we kind of find out where they're living. And they've made a lot of different small populations, and the biggest one, which they have made the capital of the world, is now Wakanda. Because why not Wakanda? What do you guys think about Wakanda?
That was a great choice, because where everything else was getting destroyed in the first issue, we found out that Wakanda was not suffering as much tragedy from the earthquakes and things that were happening, because it's built on a base of vibranium and it wasn't being affected as badly. And as far as the May costume goes, I love the color choices.
Yeah.
They really went well with that. They didn't stick to the straight blue and red like Peter has, and I think it worked for her as a character.
Right.
I really think this was the issue to kind of set the tone for the whole series, in my opinion. It just said, okay, this is bad. What's happened is bad, but let's stop. It doesn't have to be any worse. We can make it better. And I think that kind of sets the tone for the entire series, in my opinion, of what a superhero's role is and when things get really bad.
Yes.
Right, and we can see the good that is the superheroes. But one of the biggest surprises for me in this one is we go to Wakanda and we start seeing everyone who's there. We actually see Victor Von Doom himself living with the heroes and helping. He's a big major bad guy, and he's actually living with them and helping them, which is really cool. I love how they transitioned over and kind of said, well, now that there's no light and it's dark all the time, we have to deal with other things. This is where we start getting like the werewolves and vampires and stuff. And I love Blade anyway. So we kind of get Blade in here, and
Elsa Bloodstone is in there with him. It's a really great take on that, to bring in almost a Midnight Suns team.
Right, you get kind of a Midnight Suns. We're fighting werewolves and vampires. They're coming out of everywhere, and we kind of switch over a little bit in there. You see Tony Stark doing alchemy, and I was kind of surprised we didn't see Tony Stark in a suit, but his old faithful Pepper Potts is still there though, so that's pretty cool. And he's out in a cave. Of course, he's not living in Wakanda with everybody else. He's doing his own thing. And so they kind of completely fooled me on this. I thought that was Steve Rogers coming in. I think we all did. He actually killed one of the vampires. So to me, I think they used that as bait. I wonder if that vampire knew he was going to have to die in order for them to do what they did. So...
yeah, they kind of pull the rug out from under you. Steve comes to get Tony and tells him he needs his help in Europe. And he gets outside. He's talking with him. And Cap turns out to be Mystique. Up to her old games again. She tricks him, and they take him to work for Apocalypse.
Yeah, but not before he uses a flash grenade to take out, I don't know how many, maybe 5 or 6 vampires. It was pretty cool. Of course, Dracula was standing there. I don't know why it didn't affect him, but for some reason he got out of it.
Yep.
So, I thought that was a pretty cool idea right there. I mean, they got Tony Stark, and this kind of leans into what Apocalypse is doing. We start finding out what he's doing, and I'm like, first, hey, let's reignite the Unmaker, and then Apocalypse actually wants to transfer his consciousness into the Unmaker.
Yeah.
With thoughts of being in that body. So that was pretty interesting. I guess he figured it would kind of make him a god, more or less, if he did that, or better than a celestial.
And let's not forget, like, the supporting villain of Kilgrave taking over everyone's minds and helping them bend towards Apocalypse's will as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly. Because once we get to where Apocalypse is, which we discover later, he's in Paris, France, at the Louvre of all places, and they're using Magneto as like a magnet to create a energy field, and that's what they're working with. And once you get there with Tony Stark, you see all these people, and you're wondering, why are they working for Apocalypse? And like Daniel said, Kilgrave shows up, who, if some of you don't know, Kilgrave is actually one of the main villains from Jessica Jones.
Yes.
They call him the Purple Man because he's actually purple and he controls people's minds. So, the end of this book, we actually see Tony Stark, get mind control, and he starts working for Apocalypse. So
he's very terrifying in the Jessica Jones series, by the way.
Yes, he
well, David Tennant is an amazing actor who played that role really well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would love to see him. Of course, he's not coming back, but I'd love to see him in that role again.
Yeah, but I like David Tennant a lot, and that character really made me not like that because he was just so evil.
He did it well, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not the first Doctor to play someone evil.
Yeah.
We all know who Matt Smith was in Morbius.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is coming back to the movies because of all the memes that have come out about that movie.
And the guy on Twitch who
It's already failing badly.
It's going to fail badly again.
Yeah, it's not doing very well, even with its return to theaters.
Yeah.
Memes are not a good idea. Movie studios there's not a good excuse to put a movie back out in the theaters because of memes.
Right. What you saw, do us a favor and click that like and subscribe button down there. Trying to get up. We got some merch now. We're starting to work on merch, and we also have stickers. And I want to be able to give something away. I'm looking at when we hit 100 subscribers. So hit that like and subscribe button, and maybe you can get something. We'll figure out a way to give that away.
All right, guys, if you just check us out on our social media, we are the Brothers Boyd at Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok. And that will all pop up here on the bottom of the screen for you.
And check out our other videos. We've got more coming up. We actually we're talking about the new Obi-Wan series and what we're learning about it. Check us out with our What's New Wednesdays as we're at the shop picking up books and seeing what's new. It'll give you some idea about doing that. And until the next video, we will all see you at the shop.